Honestly, it's not for everyone, but gauging by the traffic at the Nebraska tourism booth at the National Western Stock Show, interest in the state as a tourism destination is on the rise. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Nebraska's new tourism slogan has been receiving buzz for months over the somewhat self-deprecating phrase, but local tourism officials say that Nebraska, honestly it's not for everyone, has been garnering interest from potential visitors to the state. Scottsbluff County Tourism Director Brenda Lacey was among those manning the booth during the first week of the event in Denver, and she says the response has been overwhelming, way ahead of what they've seen in previous years.
Absolutely incredible, and we owe it all to our new slogan, love it or hate it. This is what we have for a while, but judging by most of the Coloradans who have visited here, or at least now know about us because of the eclipse, they are well aware of what we're trying to do in Nebraska.
Lacey says the national and social media exposure when the tourism slogan was first announced has obviously boosted interest in the state. And as chair of the Western Nebraska Tourism Coalition, she says she's pleased that the campaign features more of the attractions in the western part of the state than has been highlighted in previous years. Well, last week we reported a story about a legislative bill that would significantly increase excise taxes paid by Nebraska-based breweries, wineries, and distilleries, and now we've caught up with the bill's introducer to shed some light on its intent. Albion Senator Tom Breese says his bill, LB 314, is aimed at providing a fair and balanced tax structure for all Nebraskans while lowering property taxes and increasing funds for K-12 education. He says the bill would rebalance the tax structure by raising income taxes, sales taxes, and excise taxes. Those excise taxes would affect Scottsbluff's brewery, distillery, and winery, with the tax on each gallon being increased 345% on beer, 227% on liquor, and a 4,200% increase on farm wineries. Senator Breese says the intent on those increases was to equate to an additional 10 cents per drink served at the retail level. After hearing a week of feedback from concerned business owners, he says he does not want to significantly negatively impact a local industry, so they will be looking at the bill and reevaluating, trying to put together a package that the local businesses owners within these industries can live with.
You know, again, their concern seems to be, from my standpoint, one of cash flow and possibly the loss of market share. But I do maintain that most of those folks should be able to pass on the increased cost to the retail level, and that was my intent all along, that those costs would be passed on to the consumer.
Last week, District 34 Senator Kurt Friesen of Henderson introduced LB 497 that also included the same increase on distilleries, breweries, and wineries, and is also aimed at providing property tax relief and K-12 funding. Well, coming up after the break, high wind gusts billowed across the region today. Are those winds here to stay, or are they going to be blowing out of the region? Bill Boyer's got your full forecast right after this.
At Platte Valley Bank, we understand that you have a busy life, and that means you don't always have time to come to the bank. That's why we offer user-friendly online and mobile banking with features such as iPay, recurring transfers, and mobile deposit. So you can bank how you want, when you want to. Whether you prefer to bank in person, over the phone, or online, Platte Valley Bank makes it easy to take care of your finances.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and match is here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Well, we've got temperature readings that are going to cool off tonight, but not be too bad. Temperature's going to fall into the teens. It will feel chilly out there, but the winds are going to go down for a bit. They're going to be back tomorrow again. One more windy day. I know it's been awful the last couple of days. We've had winds 55 miles an hour or stronger in some areas again today. It will turn mild. We have less wind coming. Could see some rain and snow late Saturday and into Sunday here across the region. That's really our next chance of probably getting some snowfall in here. 56 yesterday. That's the good news, but the winds were about that strong, so that abated any of that. Winds were just as strong today. Nothing in the rain gauge. Right about normal for the month and year right now at 3600s. Let's take a look at temperatures here across the region. We'll focus in to the northeast of us here in a moment in those cold temps. 28 in Goodland, North Platte 28, 17 in Norfolk. Not bad in the high country, teens there as well, about 30 in Sterling, so things looking pretty good. Here in our area, we're in the 20s for the most part. A little cooler, 18 at Cheyenne, 18 degrees up in Lusk, 21 in Alliance. Winds still coming in at 10, 15, 20 plus miles an hour. Oshkosh, 23 mile an hour winds. Alliance at 26 mile an hour winds. So that's hammering those wind chills down into the single digits and low teens across our area. It is certainly very cold out there, but temperatures, again, not too bad in the 20s. Can't really complain, though, with these temperatures right now in the 20s. Let's take a look off to the northeast of us and look at this polar vortex that we have set up here across the area. This is the first salvo of the cold. The colder air is still coming, believe it or not. Temperatures in the single digits. These are air temperatures right now in portions of Minnesota, into Iowa, Wisconsin. We're looking in parts of these areas. Some parts of this country may not get back to these numbers in the single digits for maybe till Friday. Very cold air coming. Highs could be in the teens below zero. We could have wind chills approaching 60 below zero in portions of these areas. So something to be thankful for that it didn't get into our area as cold as the areas off to the north and east of us. 16, it's going to be cool. Breezy enough that we're going to have some wind chills to deal with in the morning. It'll be windy on the way home as well tomorrow, and you get off the bus at about 30 degrees. Let's take a look at what we've got going on here in the area. We do have some wind chill advisories that have been posted for portions of our area for tonight until tomorrow. Could see some pretty chilly wind chills out there in those blue shaded areas. We have high wind watches out here in the wind prone areas of eastern Wyoming again for tomorrow, as we're going to see some winds out there. Winds are going to stay with us overnight tonight. Not really dying off a whole lot, a little bit from where they are, but still going to be pretty windy here across the region. A light band of snow in those areas where that wind chill advisory was at actually as well. 6 tonight in Valentine, 15 in Alliance, 15 in Cheyenne. Tomorrow then, watch this band of snow come in with the winds along with it, and then by tomorrow afternoon it dissipates, and we're going to see the winds die down tomorrow evening. Finally, they'll get out of here as we go on into Wednesday and Thursday, and the winds should stay down in the 10 to 20 mile an hour range instead of 30 to 50 like we've had the last couple of days. Winds will return to the high country, though, again on Wednesday. 32 tomorrow for a high in Wheatland, only 21 in Lusk, 31 in Kimball. But look at that, 11 in Valentine. That's that difference between the warm, or relatively warm speaking, the cold air and the not as cold air that we have here in our region. Still, though, below normal temperatures here in our area. Snowfall tonight going to be pretty light, maybe under an inch in some of those areas with that little band of snow coming through. Most of us are not going to see much in the way of snowfall. We're going to be seeing mainly clear skies here tonight, cool. 16 wind chills probably in the local area down to 5, maybe 10 below zero. Colder to the north and east of us where those colder temps are at. Tomorrow, sunshine, another day of gusty winds. It's going to be chilly tomorrow as well. 31 with winds 20 to 30, gusting to 40 miles an hour. And then that should do it for the winds. We should die down a bit beyond then, as you see Thursday and Friday. Not bad days. Highs, look at those, back going into the mid and upper 50s. Groundhog Day on Saturday will be maybe near 60 to start the day. Can't rule out some light rain or freezing rain Saturday night, and into Sunday some rain and snow showers before things dry out and we cool down, get back into the low 40s to start the next work week.
Arby's 2 for $5 mix and matches here for a limited time. How limited? If I tell you, will you still come right now versus putting it off until oops, the deal is over?
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
With Viero's entertainment trifecta package, never miss the big play. Work on becoming the new and improved you, or invite friends to compete in the game. Get the power of free. Get 2 new lines of HD Plus and internet service, and we will give you Sling TV, an Air TV player, and a big screen TV, all for free. Get the entertainment trifecta package today. Viero Wireless, keeping you connected to the content you love.
Welcome back. Scottsbluff police are looking into a case where teenage girls are being asked to send explicit photos through social media. According to a release from Captain Brian Wasson, the department is investigating instances in which high school-aged females were contacted through social media and asked to provide nude photographs. Wasson says at this time, investigators are not aware of any photos actually being sent, but if anyone has received similar requests or has any information about this type of activity, they're being asked to contact the Scottsbluff Police Department or local law enforcement agency. Well, scam artists who use local phone numbers to trick consumers into answering their calls could soon have a tougher time operating in Nebraska if one state senator has his way. The new proposal in the legislature would add Nebraska to the growing number of states trying to clamp down on neighborhood spoofing, the practice of making distance calls appear as a local number on caller IDs. Steve Halloran of Hastings introduced a bill that would ban callers from sending bogus caller ID information to phones with the intent to defraud, cause harm, or wrongfully obtain anything of value. Industry officials say spoofing is a growing problem that needs to be addressed, but they do contend that action should be taken at the federal level. And the public is invited to an open house on February 8th to learn about screening services for early detection of cognitive and mental health problems in older adults living in the Panhandle. The UNMC College of Nursing received a grant last year to provide screening and services for dementia and Alzheimer's disease, as well as depression and anxiety. This open house will be held from 5 to 7 at the Harm Center in Scottsbluff and is targeted towards the public, family, and professional caregivers, as well as health professionals and others. Well, straight ahead, Chris Cottrell will be in with the latest at the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. I'll be back with that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Across the state, every eye and ear is focused on one stadium where the sea of red is man-made. A place where every Saturday is a stage for our team, for our resolve, and for our values.
It's toughness, it's dedication, it's work ethic. That's what Nebraska is.
This is Husker Nation.
We can't warn you that karma is very real. But we can bring you Temperature Tuesdays. Runza makes it all better.
Now, sports from the Western Hearing Clinic Sports Desk. Western Hearing Clinic, the Panhandle's choice for better hearing, helping you hear what matters most.
There's going to be a lot on the line tonight up at Cougar Palace for the WNCC women. Let's jump right to it. The Lady Cougars are home tonight to take on Casper College. It'll be the second meeting of the season with these two teams. Casper winning home right after the holiday break by 20, 83-63. That was the last loss for Chad Gibney's team that's currently won 5 in a row.
You know, we did not play very well up there. So a lot of credit to the Lady T-Birds who did a great job, stifled us offensively. We didn't do a very good job defensively either, giving up a lot of penetration, giving up post feeds. And so I hope we play a much better game tonight.
Each team leading their side of the Region 9 standing. The Cougars are 4-1 in region play, 4-0 in the South, while Casper's 10-1 in the region, and they're 6-0 in their North Division. Coach with some areas that they've got to improve upon for tonight to come out with a win.
Just starting with focus and energy will be the first thing, and then on top of that, we just need to do much better in our typical defensive, philosophy of making sure we don't give up dribble penetration to the middle. Making sure that we extend those catches on the perimeter and don't allow them to have such easy post feeds where they really were able to beat us up inside.
Tonight's game almost certainly will include some history being made. The school's all-time leading scorer is Penny Mallett. She set that mark back in 1983. Tonight, the nation's leading scorer this year, that'd be sophomore Morrill Wheel. She needs just 5 points to break that 36-year-old record.
Yep, we're very excited for her. I hope she hits it tonight. If she doesn't get to 5, we're probably going to be in trouble. Just very happy for her accomplishment and for our team because any individual award, is a team award as well. And couldn't do it without everybody in our locker room. And just very excited for her and all of our girls.
Plenty of intrigue and storylines with tonight's big game at Cougar Palace. The WNCC women hosting Casper College with opening tip scheduled for 6 o'clock. High school basketball-wise, we had Gearing's doubleheader against Alliance for you last Friday, and Scotts Bluff home for doubleheader action against Rapid City Stevens on Saturday. Here on the TV side, radio only for tomorrow night with Jeff Kelly back in the gym on the road with Gearing as they play at Ogallala. Just 4 combined losses for the two teams from Ogallala. That boys squad right now 18-0, thinking about a run to a possible state title in Class C1. Coverage tomorrow night on the Trail 101.7, and of course we'll stream at kneb.com. The Seacats swim and dive team was in action over the weekend. Those results from Omaha have been posted at kneb.com. That'll do it for today. The latest from the sports desk here, brought to you by Western Hearing Clinic. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan comes back with a check on the community calendar right after this on kneb.tv.
With the new year comes resolutions. Complete your resolution to replace your windows by calling Renewal by Andersen. And right now is your last chance to buy 2019 windows at 2018 prices. Plus, pay nothing until 2020. That's right. You will get 20% off every window and door, plus no money down, no interest, and no payments for 12 months. And free window diagnosis, free in-home estimate, and free removal and disposal of your old windows. Hurry. This offer ends February 15th. Call 472-2199 to take advantage of this offer before the 2018 prices are gone.
It's a friendly town, that's for sure. Not too big, not too small. Seems like everybody knows your name.
We stick together through thick and thin. That's the way it's always been. 'Cause where we live is still our claim to fame. We love this town, this grand old town. There's not another
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
The kids need to run off some energy after school or too cold to play outside? Bring them to Planet Bounce at the Monument Mall. With many bounce houses, a concession stand, and the largest redemption arcade around, Planet Bounce has hours of fun. Call today to schedule your birthday party, or ask Ron about renting a bounce house for your party, office party, or corporate event. Open Wednesday through Sunday, Planet Bounce Family Fun Center at the Monument Mall.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
And finally tonight, the village of Morrill is considering whether to charge residential electric customers a $20 per month per meter administrative fee, and some residents are not happy about it. The proposal has made it through 2 readings, first on a 5-0 vote, and then on a tally of 3-2 on second reading. Board of Trustees Chair Tony Schuler explains the goal of the fee is to help pay for administrative costs incurred by the electrical system, but paid for through the village's general fund.
The clerks and deputy clerk are continuously doing the billing and sending out invoices and dealing with the day-to-day business. So we thought that this would be a way to bring in some revenue to help support the town and keep things funded.
Those who have voiced opposition to the plan say it's not fair not to apply the fee to businesses and agricultural interests. However, Schuler tells KNEB News that many of those electric customers have multiple meters and the fee would hit them disproportionately. The measure would generate just under $160,000 annually and will have its third and final reading at the board's February 5th meeting. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.